Did you know that there is a huge benefit in death and in learning how to die? That's right. Huge benefit at every level for sustenance, for protection, for health. Stay tuned till the end of the video and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm Rabbi Abe from rabbieabe.com. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, subscribe if you want more videos like this, and hit the bell icon and hit the thumbs up if you like the video. So what am I talking about? Last week we learned that in the Torah portions, the Bible portions, in Leviticus chapter 16 and chapter 19 respectively, the two portions are called after death. There is Kedoshim, there is sanctification or elevation. What does it mean? After the death. Now, this portion speaks about the two sons of Aaron the high priest and how they died. It's mentioned in another portion that where they actually died, but here it's referencing them. And it says something very interesting in the Zohar. It says these two individuals, even though it's considered by some that they made a great mistake that kind of finished them off by going into the Holy of Holies when their father was still alive. Not only that, they were drunk. They died. They were vaporized by the Creator. Yet, we learn from the Zohar that these were two not only high souls, they were so high that we read this portion on the Day of Atonement, on the Yom Kippur, because it cleanses all of the negativity of the nation. And so we read it then. So how is it that they made a mistake? If we read their portion on the highest and holiest day of the year, what gives? So let's understand some of this practically. What is the meaning of dying? And we have to fit in a few difficult concepts, and please, ask in the comment section if you're not sure what it is that I'm speaking about. But in Kabbalistic teachings, the two basic understandings are light, the force that fulfills, and vessel. That's the most important thing to know. Light and vessel. Light is the spiritual force or the light of the Creator, which represents every form of fulfillment, which includes healing, which includes abundance of money and sustenance and of forms. It includes relationships and peace and everything. Every form of fulfillment that we can think of is part of the Creator's light. But there's a rule. The rule is that this light cannot go where there is no place for it to be. What do you mean a place for it to be? Well, we call that a vessel, an ability to receive it. A brief example would be, like, did you ever speak with someone and you feel it's going nowhere and it's going in one ear and out the other, and they didn't get a word you said. So you were giving what you were giving, but they weren't receiving what you wanted them to receive or what was available for them. Why? No vessel, no ability to receive, for whatever the reason is. Maybe they weren't ready. Readiness gives a person an ability to receive. Maybe they didn't want to hear what you had to say. It was painful. So there's different reasons why we don't have a place to receive energy. So it's not enough that energy is available, because even as we sit here and speak, there is an endless amount of energy available for the receiving. But what is not endless is our ability to receive energy of any type. So, having said that, what is the meaning of death? Death is simply a loss of all energy. If it's a death, actual death of a person in the physical world, that means the person ceases to exist in this world. It doesn't mean that their consciousness ceases to exist, but it does mean that the energy of the body, which is a vessel for the soul, it ceases for whatever reason. The energy moves away, is removed from the body, and the person dies. So what is death? Death is a removal of energy at any level, a removal of energy. Why the portion set up this way? After death, there is sanctification or elevation. What is it there to teach us? Well, it's a great many things. However, there are some spiritual rules associated. As I said, number one, there can be no receiving if there is no vessel to receive. Now, what creates a vessel to receive, you may ask? Well, according to the Kabbalist, when you truly crave something, when you truly crave it, in other words, ability to receive does not depend on a casual desire or even a want, where, oh yeah, I really want it. Do you really want $1 million? Yeah, oh man, sure, I really want it. Well, if you truly wanted it, you would already be on your way to creating that level of wealth. So it's obvious that you don't really want it if you're still, sitting home waiting for it to happen to you. That's not a desire. So no matter how much we think we want something, it doesn't mean that we actually do. The Kabbalists call it a craving that I can't live without whatever it is. I can't live without it. I must have it. And I'm willing to do what it takes. Again, legally, morally, ethically. I'm willing to take the proper steps towards receiving it. Now, very often the universe plays a trick on us. For lack of a better way of phrasing it at the moment, when for whatever reason we need to have more in our life, perhaps we're asking for more, perhaps we're asking for a change. The rule is we can't have this if we still have that. So, if you're in the wrong relationship for you, you can't have the right relationship. What needs to happen? You first need to let go of that relationship before you can have the new relationship, which perhaps is for you. So the rule is you cannot have the right thing as long as you're still busy with the wrong thing. And I don't mean to say it's wrong, at every level. Of course, we must go through situations to learn. So we don't want to call them the wrong thing. It's the thing for the moment. It's the learning. But it's not necessarily my ultimate. It's not my ultimate good. It's not my ultimate beneficence. It's along the way. How can I quicken the process? Well, I need to let go of that. You see, letting go of what we have is crucial. Learning how to let go is crucial to being able to receive more. Another analogy I will give you is because there are certain rules in the universe, the Creator's light must be in a constant state of flow. Constant state of flow from our perspective. Flow. Why? You can never hold the Creator's light. Look at the Creator's light as fire, like a hot potato. You can catch it, and then you got to pass it on before it burns you. Now, I know that, we're always saying we want to receive, and what we want to receive is more light, more light, more light, but that's not really thoroughly explained. Because if we try to hold on to light, if we try, anytime we're trying to hold on to something, we will generally, I don't want to say for sure, but generally we will lose it. Doesn't have to be all at once. It can be in stages, but loss will occur. Why? Because we're trying to hold on to something which can never be held. The only way to keep or benefit continuously from that light, from the fulfillment of any given thing, is to be willing to let it go and pass it on, pass it forward, share it, because that light then multiplies. You know, it's like a candle. You must give the candle, the flame of the candle away, but then the light multiplies. It multiplies for us. You can't keep it, because the more you try to keep it, eventually that candle will burn out. But if it keeps getting passed on, and the rule of light is when you pass it on, it keeps getting passed on for you. So, if we understand that, we can't hold the light. We must learn to let it go. So, what happens when we try to hold on, when we try to keep things, when we don't let go? Well, I think most of us understand it's not healthy. It's not healthy emotionally for us. It's not healthy physically for us. When we keep stuff, when we hold on to all of our stuff without letting go of whatever it is that we're not using, it clogs us up. It blocks our energy. When we don't know how to let go of emotions, especially negative emotions, because negative emotions don't necessarily need to be renewed. Positive emotions is something you can renew constantly. You can say, I love you again and again and again. You can renew the positive, but the negative, we don't want to renew. And if we don't learn to let it go, it festers. Like a stagnant water, it grows bacteria. You know, not by chance, and this is not meant to judge anyone, but not by chance, the sign of Cancer, the constellation of Cancer, is called Cancer. And one of the major characteristics of the constellation of Cancer is holding on to things. When we hold on to things, first off, we're saying we own them. We can't own energy, never. Again, the only thing we can do is learn how to let go, learn how to let it go, especially of the negative stuff, let it go. And the only way to learn how to really let go of negative things is to understand that there is balance in the universe and taking responsibility, personal responsibility. Another discussion perhaps, but understanding that nobody can truly ever do anything to me. People do things for us. They give us opportunities. But we must realize if it wouldn't come from them, it would come from someone else, because others don't affect our destiny. Only we affect our destiny, and our karmic journey is what's controlling our destiny. They are all opportunities for us, the tests to go through in life. So holding on to negative feelings or to anger or to revenge or all those different things that we may hold on to is not only fruitless, a fruitless pursuit, but it can harm us. It does harm us. So, in a nutshell, what is dying? What is the meaning of dying? It means truly learning to let go. You know, the Kabbalists would do very special meditations to visualize themselves dying, especially at night. It's a very powerful tool in meditation to see yourself dying. The ultimate letting go. Why? Because when you're truly willing to let go of even your own life, then letting go of your anger shouldn't be that big of a deal. Then letting go of our judgment shouldn't be that big of a deal. it's a tremendous exercise, and its purpose is to create more. It's to empty our vessel, to empty our vessel. Also of the good. Don't hold on. Share what you can. And don't hang on to the ownership of whatever it is. Even the money you have in your bank. Don't hang on to the idea, this is mine. It's not. It can go any moment. It can go. You can spend too much without control of yourself, or a bad investment, or you don't see the discount, or who knows what. Prosperity. The good is meant to be passed on, to share with others to whatever degree, and the bad is meant to be completely let go of. In this way, we recreate. We're in a constant state of recreating our ability to receive new energy, new light, new beneficence that the Creator wants to give us. But when we already have whatever, and it's stuck, we're stuck there, we can't receive anything new. This is an extremely important concept, especially for those who are truly looking to grow and to move to the next level of whatever, whatever work, business. It's important to be willing to let go. It can feel like death, and that's exactly the point. This type of death is the most beneficial. Giving, that's true charity. When you give true charity, you feel like death. That's why the verse in Proverbs says that charity will save a person from death. It's not speaking about the receiver, it's speaking about the giver. When you give in a way that feels like it's such a let go for you, it feels like death, you are creating new life in your life. Extremely important, and it's a very powerful idea. Be blessed, everyone. Remember, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you, God willing, on the very next video. All the best.